Why are you pretending like you're sleepy? Boing. Boing. How you doing, buddy? Rocky, Rocky. Oh, there we go. He's already ready for a love. Happy Friday the 13th, by the way, children. When I walk into the room, everybody boo. Justin, what's going on, brother? Desert, what's going on? So you like to see the sweepy puppy? Hi. Hi. Hello. Nero, what's going on? Friday the 13th, children. Haha. Beep. He's blind. He's blind in the other eye. Now both eyes. He's blinded in. My dog is so tolerant of my dumb shit. Exporting video will upload soon, hopefully. What up, Rocky? Rocky's just sitting here being a chill dude. He had a good day. Parco twice. Bit me a bunch of frickin' times because, you know, I'm basically a tasty treat to this mofo. I love how patient the boy is with me. I think he's trying to figure out what part of me he's going to eat when I die. Aw, dude, he's in a zen mode right now. Look at that shiz. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Yep. Spin over. There we go. It's my favorite thing. It's kind of how I got the video picture, or the picture for the thumbnail. He loves to cockroach. They call this cockroaching when they expose their belly to you, and they're like, hey, look, dog penis. But when they expose themselves to you, that pupper will never. The shit he doesn't. He bites like it's his job when he's playing with me, but only with me. He's never bit anybody else. He knows. But yeah, he's pretending that he's tuckered out. All right, hang on a second. There we go. Massive two guns behind us tonight. That will be changing here. Also, I have talked with Drunk Mouse about the property in Tejas. And yeah, definitely I'm going to be building that shit up. I'm going to make it a modern joke cave. I'm going to build a garage on it and everything. See how much I can do as a disabled man. I'm pretty sure I'm going to wire the entire building with just a yellow cabling. You know, I want to give myself a challenge for if I have to fix something. Usually means a sign of trust. Yes, it is considered the ultimate sign of trust, at least consensus-wise, because they're exposing their stomach, their heart, their lungs, their entire, you know, living bits right to you. So they say it's the best, it's the most trusting a dog can be. And this fool was doing it with me an hour after I adopted him because he's a good friggin' boy. He's the goodest fucking boy ever. And if you don't think my dog's the best boy, kiss my ass. Hit the like button though if you like the boy. The boy's a good boy. Fist bump. Hey, what's up, Aaron? So, anyways, I have my laptop on my lap because that's where laptops go, and then we'll just. Also, this laptop is so well constructed. I'm making a joke at HP's expense that if I pick it up right here, it messes with the touchpad. And it is a convertible, so I can tablet it if I want. Weirdo. I'm a weirdo? I love being a weirdo, though. What did I just do? So, like I said, this thing's got a few issues, but I got this thing for $100, so it's good. Like, touchscreen isn't perfect, but I also need more RAM. This thing's not got all the RAM. Raymond, what's up? Nero, weirdo, criminal. Oh, yeah. Dude, just ignore that stuff. That's what happens when we get more interaction here. So I'd rather have it than not and just ignore that shit. Raymond, what is going on with you, dude? Do you see my doggo? My doggo's cool. My doggo's awesome. Also, Friday the 13th, so it's a wonderful day for all of that. Might have my pickup truck sold, which would be nice. My buddy needs money to pay off his bills, and yeah. What do you do with all your big computer setup? So I actually took the RAM out of my computer and sold the CPU because money was tight. So right now I'm rocking an old ASRock board, 9700K and a 2080 Ti. So I actually have it all crammed down into a small PC case right now. I have like the 1000D, the Enthu Elite, the X71 case. I still have all those cases, and when I move, I'm going to be taking those with me, and I'll be doing some computer builds in there because I got some boards and shit laying around. I got some Ryzen stuff laying around, but the 9700K is actually a more powerful system. Air Max, what's going on? Yeah, I love your dog. Have two myself. Nice, Raymond. Rocky's a good boy. Rocky is completely out right now. He is having dog penis. He is having a life right now. He is just, look at that, man. He's on a comfy blanket. He has all his toys. He started eating one of my sloths, so he adopted it for himself. But yeah, look at this boy, man. Tell me he isn't comfy. Tell me he isn't spoiled. I spoon-fed him his breakfast because I'm a loser and I love my dog. Well, shit. I love my doggo. Please, please, please don't. Thank you. But yeah. Yep, that's what we're doing today. Also, come in and say hi. Hit the like button. I don't know why YouTube hasn't banned it. Probably because it's a picture of a dog. But get in here. Come on. Just like the video before you run away. Okay? I'm trying to fuck with the algorithm. YouTube hates me because I know one simple trick to get thousands of dollars from the bank. It does require a firearm. And I never use the same firearm twice, which is why there's 100 firearms missing, because I've robbed 98 banks. This is not a confession, because in none of those bank robberies have you ever seen my service animal. Desert Armory's laughing. Well, I can't sleep. Wish I could sleep like that. He is out. Love how they laying down. Dude, he loves to lay on his back, but he also likes to just lay on his side, and that's when he does the running thing. When doggies do that, he loves to do that. But yeah, he's hilarious. To my common chatters, everybody that's here all the time, just ignore the stupid stuff. Joe, what can you share about the Fixer Upper in Texas? Oh, it's in a town called Onalaska. It's about an hour outside of Houston. It's about 1,300 miles from here. I don't remember the exact address, but it's kind of like a ranch style. Texas, you don't have basements. So it's like a 2-bedroom house with a garage style lean-to, things like that. According to Mouse, it's been abandoned for a couple of years. So when I go to the NRA show in April, the weekend of the April 19th, but when I go to the NRA show in Houston, I'm going to drive out to the property and give it a good looking over to see how bad it is, if it needs to be gutted to the studs or if it just needs like the full interior redone. I need to see what the situation is with plumbing, if it still has running water, if the electricity is safe for it. If not, then I'm going to have to do some electrical work. I've also been pricing out renting campers to put on the property while I rebuild the house, but we'll figure it out once I get out there. It's a block from a lake, and there is some property. I need to see what it's zoned for, because their family owns the lot that the house is on and the one next to it that backs up against some woods. If that backs up against woods with nothing on the other side of it, I may be able to shoot on the property. It's Texas. I think you can shoot in your living room as long as your child is holding your beer. So we'll wait and see what happens. What guns are behind you? The ones on the wood finish caught my attention. The ones behind me, you've got the Beretta, the one with the wood grips. I actually have G10 grips because those wood grips are broken. It's the Taurus PT92 Compact Decocker. I've been getting some views on my shorts the last 2 days. I think hell froze. So I don't think, I think what it is they're backing down a little bit because there hasn't been a major event that makes them scared. So advertisers are probably not monitoring what their videos are going on, where their ads are going on right now. So they're producing them onto videos that get more. I've also been going through my old library. Like yesterday I was bored, right? I was on bed rest because of my leg. So I'm going through my old library library. And I'm finding some of my videos have 50, 60, 80,000 views now. So a lot of my views are coming from older content now, which is being propagated versus my newer content. Sounds awesome. Hope it works out for you and Mouse. It'll definitely work out for both of us because I'm going to get to stay in a place for basically nothing other than my labor. And he said I got to pay, obviously, insurance and electrical and stuff. So a few $100 a month. But I'm also going to get a ton of content out of it because I'll be able to film it all for my YouTube, right? And then I'll be able to upload that, you know, kind of like Demo Ranch did, but instead of rebuilding an abandoned mansion, I'm going to rebuild a 2-bedroom suburban or a 2-bedroom ranch. And then I'll also be in Texas where cars don't rot. So I'll also probably pick up some project cars. I'm going to build out or buy. Eventually I'll probably build a shop on the back of the property. Thought it was a Beretta. The wood furniture gives it a nice appeal. It looks very much like a Beretta, especially with the wood grips. The main way you can always tell, and it's hard to tell obviously because it's so far behind me, is that it has a frame-mounted safety. When it has a frame-mounted safety, it's typically Taurus unless you're talking about a brand new 92 XI or something. There will be more guns. I have to go and buy a piece of freaking pegboard because I left mine at the old place. With the deal me and Mouse are making out, I'm able to get all my guns out in the next week or so. So some of the next lives, there'll be 40 guns behind me again. Western Texas, it's an hour west of Houston, so ish. Hope everything works out for you. I think it will. Look, here's the biggest things we have going. I have a 3,000 square foot shop right now that is useless because I don't have the money to do what I want to do. Virginia also is going to pass the assault weapons ban, and the magazine capacity bans and all this shit that they're talking about. So by June, you're not going to be able to buy AR-15s, AKs, anything like that. You're not going to be able to have capacities over 10 rounds for assault weapons, and you're not going to be able to have more than 10 rounds in a rifle. So there's no reason for me to stay here right now because I can't afford to do the content I want to do because of the cost of rent, taxes, shit like that. And I can't do what I want to do with guns because manufacturers won't be able to send me firearms because guns like the Mac 9 that's coming to me, shipped to me right now, I won't be able to accept them here, or the FFLs won't even be able to take them in because of capacities and shit like that. So sad they're passing those laws. So they basically lifted, I'm not sure which state started it first, but New York, Illinois, a lot of them have these restrictions in place, and I think they just wholesale lifted them and just took them over. So it'll be interesting to see what's going to be happening. I will make a bunch of videos before I go to NRA show. I don't know if I'll film at NRA show unless Mouse is able to go there with me. If Mouse is able to go to NRA show with me, I may have him film, but I'm going to have Rocky with me. Since he's my service animal, I'm going to have him with me. So I'm going to hopefully be able to film a little bit, but I didn't last time. Was California the first one to do it? So yeah, Illinois, New York. I think there's another state that does it. I know like there's 9 states that ban NFA items and stupid shit like that out there. So between everything, yeah, Virginia went one-party state with this last election, and it went the wrong way. Because they're instituting all of these laws, right, against the will of the people. 98 out of 104 counties are 2A sanctuaries. The other 6 are all the voting. So everyone in Loudoun County, Richmond, Prince William County, all the voting, the ones that control the state basically, all are bought and paid for. And I know somebody's going to be in the comments who'll argue that lobbyists are required to have full transparency with their donations. They have restrictions, limits, things like that. If your money for your campaign came from a source outside of the state in which you're running for a state governance, that is you being bought and paid for because you are supporting the interests of somebody who absolutely has no say in what happens regardless of what's going on. Whether you win or your opponent wins, the person giving you money that lives in New York, Michael Bloomberg, you fucking piece of shit, you will be beholden to them. And even though it's transparent and there are restrictions what they can do, the instant that I take your money desert. Let's say you gave me $50, but you didn't say what it was for. But it's implied. It's kind of being a well-known secret that if somebody takes money from somebody else and there's nothing said, that that person owes the person giving them the money. Nobody in New York gives a fuck about a politician running for office, for Senate or Speaker in Virginia, unless they have an ulterior motive. Florida and Texas is all we got. You know, technically, I think it was Montana and Wyoming are technically the best states with gun laws. Texas is really good, and Florida got good. I remember when Florida was stupid. You could only open carry if you were going fishing and hunting. Concealed carries were hard to get. Now it's just like fucking send it, dude. Jim says hi to the JPEG. What's up, JPEG? Living in the communist state of Connecticut, I have the Mac 9 with pin 10 round mags and bought additional 10 round Springfield mags for it. They work fine. Yeah, Connecticut is terrible. I didn't know you were in Connecticut. I apologize. I did not know that. That is interesting news to hear. And yeah, it's crazy. Please hit the like and the subscribe. I'll hit my own like. Actually, I don't want to. I don't like to do that. It makes me feel dirty. So also moving forward, since this is supposedly going to be our new like way of doing this, I think I'm going to bring back member giveaways. So people that are members on the channel will be eligible even at the $2 level, joining in for $2 because I'm working with Olight. Olight, thank you. They fucking came on as a sponsor. They are buying time, Daria, all these guys. I'm going to be doing member giveaways for accessories, lights, lasers, bazookas, small children with tactical hand grenades. So at the $2 level, if you're already signed up, you're already going to be automatically entered. Here's the thing though, paying $2, not winning, and then dumping off the next month. If I see that you keep bouncing in and out, I'm going to disqualify you. That's going to be a rule. I don't want people trying to win shit for $2 and then running away like little bitches. If you're here to support my channel, that's fucking awesome. But if you're here trying to win a $300 Surefire and then you just jump out until you see what's going to be the next giveaway, that's not going to work. Giveaways will only, I'm not even announcing what the items are. Just know that every month, the first live stream we do of every month after the first, I will be doing a member giveaway. You want in, it's $2 fucking bucks. Even if I send you $3, you still win something. So $2, you become a member, you have a chance to win something. It's probably going to be lights and lasers or sights, shit like that. Things I can get them to do. I might do gift cards again. Some people live in states where things are restricted for shipping and such. So we might do like Palmetto gift cards, Amazon gift cards. It's what I used to do. And I'd like to bring that back. So. Pretty good. Still no open or FRT or Dragon's Breath shot shells. We can't have a few things, but nothing can't live without. Yeah, and I'd be fine staying here in Virginia if we lost little things like FRTs. I don't give a shit. The Dragon's Breath, I don't give a shit. I don't run that anyways. Historically, statistically, you look at my channel, I'm a pistol guy. Somebody was thinking about me while they were orgasming. But yeah, I'm a pistol guy, so 90% of what I do is pistol base, but I'm not giving up my ARs, my AKs, none of that shit. You motherfuckers can suck my nuts, Virginia. Salud, tanko, peridonko. Your dog ever sleep so fucking hard that he looks dead? Also, his head right now is disproportionate to his body because he's got a mane going right now. I need to get that clipped before we go to NRA show. I'll get him cleaned up. Just I was about to look at places to move to Virginia. Well, back to the drawing board. I would say, Rashad, if you're planning on moving anywhere near here, West Virginia. Constitutional carry, no tax on ammo, don't have to run a front plate, and they don't have full infringements on your rights. Both my dogs do that. Yeah, dude. I remember when I first got him one night, he was sleeping so heavy that when I shook him, he didn't wake up. I thought he had died. It sounds like a good way to keep the Sims at bay. Pretty much. If you're talking about the giveaway, yeah. So I'm not announcing what I'm giving away. I'm just going to fucking start naming names on live stream. Because that growth will translate into channel growth. So if you're new here, hit the like button, get subscribed. I used to do non-member giveaways. We may start doing that again, but you have to be subscribed. I'm not going to give away things to nobodies. You know, if you're just somebody trying to win free shit, go away. Go away. I'm not growing my channel by doing it. I'm encouraging you guys to support me by doing it. Next week, my guy's going to start making the hoodies. So everybody that's ordered a hoodie, we will reach out to you just in case I don't have your information. Now's the time to convince the wife. I hear you, Rashad. Gerald, what's going on, sir? How are you tonight? Friday the 13th, everybody's hanging out. People are enjoying the day. My dog is dead, and I'm leaving his motive corpse right there, dog penis. Also leaving him right there. Look, see, he's dead. You can tell by the fact that he's blinking. Right? Watch. That's a dead doggy. Ignore the eyes. He's not blinking. My dog is not dead. No, this is a good boy right here. We've been working on some of his training. Oh, that's so cute when dogs do this. So dogs have like the paw, right? So they don't have digits, digitalis. So they basically have like a one knuckle and then their claw. And I love, it's so cool when a dog just stretches and then he flexes like a motherfucker because he's got like, he's buff. My dog can outrun most of the dogs at the dog park. Sorry, I like my dog. Sorry, don't you know about you? Don't you know? Hey, can somebody jump into the Discord and tell them I'm live? I did put a notification, but, you know, people are being lazy bitches. I think Stone is at a Bible thing, and Mouse is probably just getting done with dinner or some shiz. Also, I am petting my dog's leg. His penis is about 7 centimeters that way, so stop getting weird ideas. I like making people uncomfortable. Dog penis. Done, thank you. Also, let's put this in the chat. $sign Jiminy. Cash app for hoodies. 60 bucks includes shipping. And wow, nice job, computer. Shipping and free entry for the 2011 giveaway. So I had another touchscreen one. It was way better than this. I may replace this one. I'm going to put this one on eBay and try to buy a better computer. Happy Friday 13. Just getting ready for the snowstorm calls for 2 to 3 feet of snow. Dude, be safe, man. It's going to be 70 degrees here tomorrow. But be safe, dude. Also, remember, type it here real quick before you go. If I die, all my shit goes to Joe. I mean, what's it gonna hurt? And I plan on shoring up my collection a little bit before I move. So there's 30 some guns that are pawned that I'm getting back, and then I've got another 20 guns I got to go through. I may trade in a few of my guns to get some new stuff. Like I might get an X5 226 by trading a couple of my other 320s. I'm not going to spend any money. I don't have any money, but I'm going to trade off some guns and get some new stuff. Funny part, my name. Yes, it is. I don't know why I forgot about that. Can you say it goes to Jiminy Joe?
All my stuff goes to Jiminy Show. I don't care about my wife.
Look, just tell your wives that you sold everything to me for 50 bucks. I'll give them 50 bucks. Bro, you still at Liberty? I need to stop by again. No, I have not worked at Liberty Arms in over a year. Matt and I, we were colleagues, we're associates, we're kind of friends still. When I had my FFL, I would help him out when he needed stuff ordered, special orders, but I don't work there. I won't work there again. I offered to come down and help him, and he basically blew me off. So I have no intentions on going back there. Nothing wrong with them, you know. It's just that we just don't get along as an employee-employer relationship. So, Oh, damn, I'm sorry, bro. Got my 48 MOS there. There's nothing, like I said, Liberty Arms is fine. Ian in there, Ian, the younger guy that's running the place now, awesome kid. He is, if he stays there, they have a bright future because he knows how to handle customers. He can buy, he can sell, he can do everything you need to. He's a great kid. I can't deal with micromanagers, and that's what Matt is. That's what Travis over at Middletown is. So I can't handle management micromanaging a store, especially a small store like that. Even Middletown Firearms, as good as they are, they did like $5 million in sales last year. They are not a store that is big enough to need micromanaging, and it's too small for the micromanager to do what he's doing. You know what I mean? It's in a Goldilocks spot where it should just run itself. When I was the store manager there, and I only did it for 3 months, but when I was the store manager there, we made more money in the shortest amount of time, and we had the most customer satisfaction. But because he insisted on micromanaging, he lost that opportunity. Springfield is a fucked up company that does not deserve your money. So this goes back to Springfield supporting gun control acts and laws to limit your ability to buy guns. But their products are fine. But that's also why they developed with HS product out of Croatia and bringing their guns now. I heard some employees from Anderson started their own company named One Horse Firearms. That'd be cool to see. A one horse, that's interesting. Either way, I loved your content and the fact that you were local to me. Keep up the good work, sir. I appreciate that, man. And yeah, like I said, sorry I'm not there anymore. I may make an appearance down there before I wind up moving. I'll let everybody know in case anybody wants to meet up in the middle Virginia area. Dude, did you just touch your own pee-pee? Naked dogs are weird to me. Like, it's in a sheath. He's not exposed. He's not red rocketing, but it's funny because he looks like he should be wearing pants. My dog doesn't wear pants. I was thinking about getting him pants and making him wear pants just to see what he does. He doesn't like shoes, I can tell you that. Who's that good boy?
Who's that good boy? Oh, Baba.
Don't talk to my dog like that, by the way, too. Run into mother fathers out in public that start talking to my dog in baby speak. Mm-mm. I ask him simply, who's a good boy? Had your dad take your news about your move to Texas? Honestly, he's fine with it for the most part. Like, here's the deal, okay? I have seen my parents, and I live in the same town as them. I've seen my parents 3 times in the last month. Also, if I can do what I want to do what I know I can do, and generate my self-sufficient income and move to a state with better laws so I can also just kind of get my shit together, right? I need to get my shit together. If I can get my shit together, flying home for $400 is not a big deal when I have my shit together. But I'm going to work on my health. I'm going to work on content. I'm going to work on all this shit. So it's not like I don't see my family that much, and I live in the same city. So he's okay with it, and he understands that I need to do what I need to do for me. So, do I ever go to West Side? What do you mean West Side? That shows how little I know about what we're talking about. Where's my video? There it is. I don't know what West Side is. Like, are we talking like West Side? That's a joke, YouTube. Fuck off. Because sometimes I go over to the disabled side. What's up, homie? National Forest Range outside of the state border on 33. Oh, to the shooting area? No, I've never been over there. I live in Winchester, so when I would go down to Harrisonburg, it was just to work down there. It's a 75-mile drive. I didn't feel like adding another 30 minutes each way. So I used to go to Hardy Rod and Gun Club in West Virginia, and then I would go to my buddy's place in Middletown. So it's too far. Are you already asleep? Oh, would you guys like an ASMR video of me just reloading all of my guns? This dude did it with his airsoft guns. He got like 12 million views, so I'm thinking I'm going to do that with all my handguns. So I went to Hardy Rod and Gun Club because it's over in West Virginia. It's in Mooresfield, West Virginia. 35 bucks a month, no range officers, 40-yard pistol range, 300-yard rifle range, shotgun area, bow and arrow area. They had everything, and it was 35 bucks a year. No, thank you in the ASMR. Yeah, Justin, we're gonna do it just because you just said no. Yeah. But yeah, it's just I got to plan out the next month or so. I'd like to do the move sooner than later, but I'm gonna have to really get rid of a lot of shit. So I'm probably gonna do like a couple of garage sales. Be like, hey man, here's all the shit I don't want. Cause I got all these cases and stuff. I'm not taking to Texas. I got a lot of hardware and things like that that I am not taking to Texas. I am not taking my toolbox, my double decker toolbox, unless I can get a good deal on a rental. That sounds nice as fuck, honestly. Yeah. No, for the range, yeah. And then Middletown, I can use their range all day Tuesdays. I haven't because of health reasons, syncope reasons. 100% transparency. My syncope is so bad, it's probably dangerous for me to be at a gun range, even by myself, especially by myself. Until I get my health sorted out, it's not wise for me to be shooting guns. I just got over COVID too, so my breathing has been terrible and I've been running out of energy. I'm working on getting back into some sort of shape. I mean, pear is a shape, but I'm trying to get into some kind of shape. Like sometimes when I look down, I'm afraid that I can't see my penis anymore, and then I realize it's just because it's small. Texas, are you following Joe Rogan? No, fuck Joe Rogan. I mean, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. I am not a fan of Joe Rogan. He found a niche. He does what he does. He's excellent at what he does. I don't like a lot of the people that he interviews, so I use public or the saw range in Augusta. I mean, absolutely, dude. Do what you can in order to do what you can. Yeah, 100%, dude. I'm turning into the most watched reviewer who doesn't shoot, which is funny. Because like I got the Gerson, that video is doing well, the CMX, and a few other guns, and I don't shoot them. I want to take them all out at once. I got to drop him off for a day of knife hand. I need to drop him off at doggy daycare for a day and get some stuff done. I also am trying to get some more sleeve work done, more tattoo work on this arm so that I can, when I go down to Texas, hopefully I can have part of this sleeve done. But I got to talk to my buddy, see if he'll trade me a bunch of work for a couple of guns. Why are you touching me? I need to shave. Glad to see this news has you in a better mood. Is it the rejuvenation? It is the rejuvenation you needed. How do you feel about the SIG Elite 226? I've got the Scorpion threaded barrel. I love my Elite. I've got the Elite stainless. I love that gun. I've also got a Mark 25 and a standard. I like them all. Who am I stopping to see on your trek down south? Well, I'm going to take the most direct route possible from Virginia to Houston, so I don't know anybody that's on the way. I'm not driving to Florida before going to Texas. That would add 700 miles to my trip, so I'm good. If anybody wants to come to NRA show, though, we can hang out. We can be a crew. We can film and shit. You get to hang out with the dog, and I'll bring my handicap placard so we get close parking. My hope is that he poops on the floor just to get the attention of everybody on YouTube. Nice. My dad has the 229 Elite stainless. I'm a little jealous. They are a beautiful gun. And I've got you've seen the video, right? The 226 Elite stainless Talo with the wood grips. That's one of my favorite guns. I sold it to Stone like a year and a half ago, and he just gave it back to me finally. I'm also trying to get the Walther PPQ back from him. So the Q5, I mean. So Stone, if you come in here, I want that gun back too. Nice. So I sold that to him for like $400. I gave him a steal. I want it back. Not yet, but I'm gonna. Are they the rosewood? Yes. So the Talo edition is the custom rosewood with the engraving on them. They just did the grips. I'm sure he'll give the Walther back. Yeah, he will. Saw the CZ Orange on sale for like $1,800. Yeah. So as a dealer, like when I still had I still have access to all my distributors because again, they don't know that I'm out of business. 1 second. CZ Orange. Like if I wanted to order one, holy shit. Oh, that's the TS2. They got TS2 oranges in stock. Nice. All right, they finally ran out of the originals. So they got the TS2s. Those sell for about $2,000 is the cost. And that's for the TS2. That's with the bushing. Kind of want to donate some money for a gun shelf. Those nails ain't looking so great. So I'm going to Lowe's this weekend. I got to get some joint tape and stuff. So even though I'm moving, I'm going to finish off this room area for the guy. So his next tenant can have a storage room and shit. And then I'm going to get a big piece of metal pegboard, which is what I used a long time ago. I still got a bunch of the plastic pegs. Yeah, dude, it's if you go all the way back to some of my very first lives, you'll see that I actually used the screws to hold guns up. Screws work fine. I just hadn't decided how I was going to do it. I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep the window in frame, so I was going to like do right here in the corner and then just do one giant pegboard, but I think it's going to be like this, and we'll just have the pegboard just take up as much room next to me as possible. So yeah, the pegboard that I used to use actually was good. So I had the wall blacked out. I painted the pegboard black and I had LEDs and shit. So that's what we used to do. And I used to carry like 40, 50 guns on the wall. Right now I look like the shittiest shooter ever, because there's a little XDS and a Taurus behind me. Want to see me eat things I'm allergic to? Here we go. You heard me eating. Same shit, different wrapper. Wait, what peg do you use? So I just bought simple particle board pegboard, right? And then I use 1x2 behind it around the edge to support it, and then 1 or 2 in the middle for weight. And then I use plastic pegs that you get off Amazon. I got 2 bags of them. Did you close the gun store? Yes. Technically, I have not turned it in the FFL yet, but yes, the gun store is done. What's up? How is it going if it didn't make you a shitty shooter? I'm a poor shooter. So yeah, me and Mouse went over all the guns that I still own that are pawned, and if I sold every gun for what they're worth, I could buy a Corvette. So, but we're not going to do that. But yeah, right now I am forcing myself to work. My leg is fucked up. I've actually spent the last 2 days kind of resting a little bit, and it feels better. But my leg's fucked up. Forcing myself to work. Which model Corvette? Number 1, I hate the C8. I don't like the way they look. It looks like a GTA car. If I were, what I would probably say, I could probably buy a C6 ZR1, the 600 horsepower supercharged one. How's the situation? Is it looking positive or not really? If you're talking about my foot, yeah, if I can stay off it, which is impossible because I have to finish out this month. I have to rearrange some shit. I got some customers coming in to have their cars worked on, which fucking sucks. I really wish that Virginia hadn't done what they did. Now, to the house in Texas, let me preface this all is based on that house being rebuildable. If that house is a total gut, like tear it down, I can't do it. I can't build an entire house by myself in Texas alone. And Mouse can't afford to have a house built. So if that happens, I will move to West Virginia and keep this shop. But that would be extremely difficult. C5 Z06s are really cool. I like the naturally aspirated LS3s. I really, honestly, if I were to get a C7, it would be a Grand Sport without the supercharger, but with the full ZR1 body kit, or Z06 body kit, excuse me. But I would like a C6 ZR1. It's 99%, Michael. The house would have to be unsavable for me not to go. And it doesn't look like it. Like the pictures are from the road. I think it'll be okay. My buddy just got a 55 ACH in West Virginia because of the bullshit. What is a 55 ACH? Or is it state specific? So you need to apply, you need to file a 5310 or some shit like that if you move. Like, when I move to Texas, I will reapply for a home FFL, but I think it's just going to start the process over. Like, I have to turn in my disposition book, all the 4473s I have to the ATF's closed business division before I move. Oh, he just got 55 acres. Yeah, and acreage in West Virginia is still relatively reasonable. Your name is ironic, Proverbs. Judge not lest ye be judged. And you're a fucking cunt. Can you fight if I need to? You really want to find out? I'm not a mouth. I don't run off. So... right now, Texas is expensive for acres. If it happens, dude. I'm not looking for a fight, but if you start something, okay. I have nerve damage and I don't feel pain, so... also, I have a doggo, and he'd probably lick you. So if you start beating me up, remember, you're going to have to deal with my dog, and he'll lick you. You want my dog to lick you, man? I don't want my dog to lick you. And by lick you, I mean he'll fuck you. I pray to God you come out on top of all the adversity. I will. I've been watching your channel for the last 9 months. Are you moving in Northern Texas, Western Texas, Central Texas, or South Texas? I'm moving just about an hour west of Houston. I'm forcing my eye over. When are you moving? So it'll be anywhere between 30 and 90 days. I haven't officially decided how to do it yet. So more than likely, here's what's going to happen. I'm going out for the NRA show. We're going to look at the property. Property checks out. I'm going to come back here, probably rent one U-Haul trailer, drag that fucker out, do a one-way on a trailer using the Jeep, and then I'll rent a big truck, come back for one trip. I'm not paying $2,000 to have somebody ship my shit when I can do it for a few $100. And honestly, I'm going to leave a ton of stuff. Say goodbye to the couch. I'm going to have to find something else. I'll get a gray couch of some sort. But yeah, we'll figure it out. I am going to go full motard. I'm going to keep my safes, my guns, obviously, my computer, tech, things like that. But honestly, beds, tables, chairs, it's all going away. I'll sponsor the new gray couch once you move. Bet. I'll go to someplace and find one. Might even just get a sofa that's the same material instead of a big L for the new place. Because I don't know the square footage. It looks rather small. It might be longer. So, the casting couch of the gun world. We used to call it the casing couch. Are you going to get all your guns out of pawn before moving? Yes. And me and Mouse have already worked that out. So, no more casting couch. Well, some sacrifices have to be made. I could bring a couple of the cushions and we could fake it. You know, I could like set up a fake couch, like just get a couple of 2x4s, make a couch shape, and just put like 2 cushions on it so it looks like it's the couch. Ashens over in England, he films on his couch and he's basically down to 1-2 section part of his couch. He doesn't have the whole couch anymore. God bless thee, Mouse. Yeah, Mouse is a good dude, man. He's proved himself to be a man, unlike a lot of people. So Mouse, Stone, a bunch of people like my OG crew, all of you guys, you prove that you guys are real people, and the rest of them are all just bastards, bastard-coated bastards with bastards' fillings. But it won't have the same bounce. Yes, that is true. Who knows? Maybe I'll knuckle down and just frickin' bring or find another couch of the exact same type. I'm fake, people. Yes, McManus is the fakest fucker ever. He polishes his head. Anybody that polishes a bald head is a psycho. Mine is just stippled. No idea what's happening, but it's still true. No, we were talking about how Mouse is stepping up and helping me move. So, yeah. And that I'm going to Texas. But it polishes from thigh burn. Okay, I'll let you have that. Although, how are you getting your whole head in there? I seen your dome, dude. You got a big old dome like me. Also, yeah, that's my hair until I die. They're gonna bury me with like that. I just don't want to take the fucking time to polish it, dude. Does that make the hair grow slower? I don't know why people polish their baldness. What kind of gun is the top one? That's a Taurus PT92 compacted cocker. A gentleman never tells. You've sent me a picture of her wearing a nice dress. This is all caused because of health issues and YouTube. If you're talking about the move, not just YouTube. YouTube is a part of it because I wanted to branch off, do other stuff, cars, more tech, shit like that. Rocky's channel. Rocky gets recognized more than I do now. It's fucking hilarious. But Virginia basically is the main reason I'm doing it. Virginia is passing. They passed it through the House and the Senate. Now it's sitting on the governor's desk, and the bitch will sign it. Banning assault weapons, capacities on mags, shit like that. Which means as a reviewer, I can't get anything from manufacturers because those manufacturers are banned from shipping high-capacity guns to Virginia, so it would suck. I did do that, Lamau. Yeah. I've never polished it. Gotcha. They polish it because it feels nice. Yeah, but I've, like, nared my entire body, and as smooth as my nutsack felt, I don't like the feeling of smooth skin, dude. Like, a polished dome probably feels like a giant penis. Gotta move to the cousin-uncle state of West Virginia. The cousin-uncle state of West Virginia is not far enough away from where I'm currently at. So here's the other thing. I want a full fucking reset. I'm not one of those people that gets attached to people. I like you people, but I don't give a fuck. If all of you got into a giant city bus and drove off a cliff, the only thing I'd be wondering is who gets your shit. So as much fun as we have as people, I would rather just start over. I have too much shit. I have too much stuff. I've done too much, but I'm limited now. I'm also living in a constant state of all the people around me are unintentionally negative. I just shave it regularly and using it anti-stringent mixed with an aftershave and it looks shiny. Gotcha. What would you do if she doesn't sign it? She's going to sign it, dude. House and Senate both passed it, and she's part of that party, and she pushed for gun control. It's getting signed. It would be a miracle if she doesn't, and even if she doesn't, I would still move. So, like I said, I need a hard reset. I am living around every single person around me is, yeah, but when I told my buddy, let's drag your truck down, I got somebody coming to pick it up on Sunday, I think, and I've had lots of responses. He's been letting it sit for a year and a half. When somebody tells me, yeah, but, or, that's going to be hard, you're going to have to do this, you're going to have to do that, fucking shut up, okay? Don't tell me why something is untenable. Either support me or shut the fuck up. I don't tell people my plans to get their opinion. I don't need people's opinions on my plans. When I make plans and I execute them, are they slightly knee-jerk? Yes. Nergeek. I almost said the gamer word. But knee-jerk decisions for me have always panned out. There was a time where just before I killed myself, I had literally nothing. I had sold everything I owned, left my apartment, literally sold my car. I was staying in a hotel and I killed myself. So I have gone from absolutely nothing to having stuff, to having nothing, to having stuff. And honestly, for me, the growth, the challenge, the effort to grow myself back into a new person has always been the challenge for me. It's like when I decided to get Rocky, everybody's like, oh, you can't handle the dog. You're disabled. You can't do this. You can't do this. Motherfucker, he's a service dog now. He's healthy. He's healthier than most of the dogs we meet at the park. He's dead. I mean, I'm sorry, you just hit my keyboard. That's your fault. Virginia is toast. It's a lost cause at this point. Pretty much. What's that back there? A Springfield XDS and a Taurus PT92 CD. I agree, no excuses is a way to live. It's just like, so when I sold cars, here's an example of how my brain works when it comes to negativity. When I sold cars, like when I was the floor manager at Chevrolet, my boss would give me a number and I would sit there for like 2 minutes and I go, well, what if they say this? What if they say that? What if they do this? What if they do this? What if they do that? And I worked through all that shit in my head before I went back and presented to my customers. And I wouldn't say I had a 100% success rate. Anybody says that is a fucking liar. But I had a very high closure rate, including, probably an 85% closure rate when I was actually working numbers with the customer, because I didn't show them the negativity. The problem with most people in social media, the world, your neighborhood, is the minute they hear something, because they aren't capable of doing something, they tell you why you're not capable of doing something. And I run into this from everybody. My friends, my family, my parents have told me I can't do shit. And it's like the instant somebody tells me I can't do something because they can't do it, it literally trips something in my brain and I say, fuck you, and I just do it. It's how I got the FFL. My buddy kept putting it off and putting it off, and Daniel's my best friend. He kept putting it off and putting it off and putting it off, and then one day he's like, well, I'll think about it. So the next day I fucking applied for it. I don't fucking take that you can't do it to mean I can't do it. Just because you're a fucking failure at doing something doesn't mean I'm going to. And I'm not saying that to be mean to people, but here's the deal. If you want to give up, if you want to not try something, fine. But don't fucking tell me how I can do something. You don't know me. And even those people that know me and see me succeed in almost everything I do, for some reason, their little brains, they still have that in the back of their brains that I'm not capable of doing something. Never take that shit from anybody. This is for you guys too. If you want to do something and somebody else tells you not to do it, that should make you do it. Now, that should be taken in context. You're not going to jump off a bridge without a rope. You're not, unless it's around your head. Just kidding. Russian roulette. If somebody dares you, don't do that. But when it comes to something that you're passionate for, if you're truly passionate about doing something, nothing anybody else says should fucking matter at all. You should just be doing it. Would you consider that to be fear? It's not just fear. it's kind of upbringing. And a lot of people, when they see that, like you see social media and you see all this bad shit, and then you talk to your neighbors who don't do anything because they were scared of doing something, and that's why they're talking you out of it. So fear is a part of it, but it's a lack of confidence in themselves that they're projecting onto you. If somebody's telling you why something you want to do won't work, it's not because they know you, unless they are that into your brain. If it's your spouse and you've been married for 26 years, you could have gone to jail and gotten out by then. Just saying, it's them. It's projection versus fear. Just one of those times you're looking for encouragement, or one of those times when you're looking to be roasted a little. You can do both, man. I'm not in a bad mood at all. I'm in just a talking mood. So if you got something, throw it. F people, I don't know. I've won a few rounds of Russian roulette. Well, technically, you've won every round you've played. I hope. Is that why you're shiny on one side? You lost that one? I meant it fear when you ask what it is, what ifs before. No, so there is nothing wrong with thinking about or asking what ifs before you do something. It's the absolutes that come back at you. So if you say, what if I try doing this? What if I try to move to Texas and I fail? Do I have to move back? Do I have to do this? So there's the what ifs and then the why can't I's. So don't go into a what if with a why can't I. Go into a what if. So let's say that I move to Texas and it doesn't work out. The house is untenable. I can't live there. Well, I just moved 1,300 miles across the country, halfway across the fucking country. I'm not coming back to Virginia. So what if I go there, decide to move there, start doing the work, and that place is untenable? Well, I'm going to figure out how to make it tenable, either rebuild, move, whatever the case may be. I am not going to let that what if be a fear. I'm going to let that what if lead to the next what if. And what if it works? Great. Perfect. You know? My brother and I are successful because since our mid-20s, we had a rule, no excuses. I'm now 59, still works for both of us as a business and personal life. Agreed. Okay, speaking of and not being able to do things, can you stand up and out the weight on your toes? And out the weight on your toes? I have giant toes, but only one per side. But I get it. I get it. Thank you. Yeah, you're so right. So again, I don't like to live in that negativity. Like there's people I won't talk about stuff with because the instant you tell somebody something, they want to take the opposite side. So I don't talk politics with my father because no matter what I say, somehow I'm fucking wrong. If I'm talking about a Republican, a Democrat, a liberal, the neighbor, doesn't matter. Whatever I say, I'm wrong. There's other people that I won't talk to about guns because they're always right about guns, even though they're not. Things like that. So you just gotta find in your brain what's gonna be right. Mouse, what's up? What if it's like landman and you have to work on an oil rig and marry your friend's wife after he gets blowed up? Oh, I'd do that. Although she was kind of bitchy. Let's help the show out. Hit a like and subscribe. That works. I'm always right about guns. Are you though? Didn't you once try telling me that one of my guns was a rimfire? Also, I've never blown up a suppressor. Yeah, but she's hot. You know, hot only goes so far. I'm almost 50 years old, dude. I'm over that shit. Honestly, hope you're well. It was Rocky better. Yeah, dude. He's having a night though. He's having a chill ass night. Look at that dog penis. But yeah, he's just chilling right here. He's like, wee. Hi. Like, what the fuck did you just do that for? Sorry, buddy. Everybody wants to see you. Look right here. Oh, I'm dog. Hot just means trouble. Rather have nice and cute. Yeah, she's well in the go zone on the hot crazy matrix. Yeah. Still working on what we talked about. Should have a freed up Monday. Understood, Mouse. We were talking about actually the whole situation, what's going on, and how fast I'm planning on getting it all done. Yeah, everything's going to be weird. Please tell me your firearms are not loaded behind you. Okay, they're not loaded. But even if they were, why do you care? Okay, okie dokie. So yeah, we were talking about how if I fly in or drive down for the NRA show, we're gonna go out to the house if you can make it out to NRA show, and then if not, then whatever. But I'll go out there anyways, and then you and I we're gonna go over the house and see how bad it is. Yeah, so the hotter they are mixed with the crazier they are, there is a zenith. It's usually about 3/4 of the way up the scale. So if they cross crazy with hot too soon, you're fucked. That's going to be a short relationship. Like I used to date a nymphomaniac, manic depressive nympho. So there'd be like 2 months where she only wanted to have sex twice a day, and then there'd be 3 months where she wanted to have sex every minute of every day. And as a 19-year-old boy dating a 33-year-old woman, it was great. Actually, I used to only date older women because honestly, younger women are stupid. Sorry, your priorities are fucked. Manic nympho sounds good. It does. But eventually the little guy gets tired of the same kind of sex. You're a lion. You're a man. You never get tired of sex. I don't care if they're stupid. I don't care if they're stupid for a one-time thing or a short-term thing, but I don't want short-term crazy. I just want long-term stable. My girl now is the oldest girl I've ever dated. Could you say woman, please? Because when you say that out of context, it sounds like you picked her up at elementary school yesterday. Officer, I don't know what you're talking about. She said, "Goo goo gaga." Probably shouldn't clip that. He made a pedo joke. Yeah, if you're a fucking pedophile, fuck you. She's an adult. I know she is, dude. I've seen her. Okay, I've seen her clothed. I'm going to need to see her naked to tell if she's really an adult. Wait, that doesn't sound right. I just want loving and compassionate woman, long term. I'm not a kid anymore. Dude, I don't even need the lady, dude. Honestly, I just need a friend that's a female. The nether regions just need to bump every now and then. I really don't care. I'm almost 50, and yeah, I was a man whore like between 2023 and 2025 again, and I'm done with that shit. She has paperwork to prove it. Paperwork, pictures can be printed on paper. Why do you have a bump there? It's not a nipple. Hold on, guys. It would be good to split rent, lol. Wait, is that a nipple? Nope, that's a... One more. All right, it's just a scab. All right, buddy. Sorry, I just found a black bump on the side and I wasn't sure what it was. If you move to Arizona, we could find you a nice piece of ass out here. Yeah, it's that whole money thing though, Mouse. That's why we're doing the Texas thing. I'll rebuild your house and then we'll talk. Have you ever seen a house made out of duct tape? You're gonna. If you just nail up new drywall and paint it, it looks nice. Single MILFs in your area. Wanna date you. Life has been super busy for us here. Yeah, well, kids will do that. Yeah, it's some kind of mole, but I'm gonna watch it because it came out of nowhere. I didn't notice it before, and I pet the crap out of my dog. Literally, when I pet him, like stuff comes out the back. He's a good boy, but he's a little incontinent. Just kidding, no he's not. Duct tape would be good, lol. Autocorrect made me look bad. Moles, I meant. No, I know what you're talking about. Mole, mole, mole. He's only 2, so I'm going to watch it. It's a new one. I normally pet him right on the chest, so when I felt it, it could have been a bug. I'm going to actually examine it a little bit better under light in a little bit. It doesn't feel like a tick or anything. It just feels like a piece of scar tissue. So he might have just caught himself on a tree or something. You can fix up the Texas house as much or as little as you want. No, my friend. If I'm going to be living there, I'm going to make it nice. I'm going to set it up the way I fucking want it set up. It's going to be nice. Gonna have a wood burning stove, internet that you have to crank every night to get a couple of hours. He was messing with you, McManus. McManus has never said that he was a Navy SEAL. He said he's worked with them. For sure, you can set it up however you want. Yeah, like I said, I want to spend a day or so going over the whole thing, checking out the wiring. My hope is the electrical and the plumbing are fine, and it just needs like new fixtures, shower, shit like that. That'll be easy. If I have to gut wiring, that'll be sucking. Oh, I've never worked with them either. Oh, I thought you worked with them. It was the Marines? You crayon eaters? You liked your crayon eaters? You like going nut to butt? I met a few and know a few former ones, but that's it. I think I'd be friends with Navy SEALs. I have the jokes. You can paint the ceiling with a giant rainbow Glock. Negative. That would require financial impetus from our crowd here. Yes, that's my favorite. Gotcha. You know, you got to hang out with a few Army dudes, man. Marines don't let you sit in an AH-64 Apache for no reason. It would be nice if all I needed was drywall and paint. I hope that plumbing is good. I think my mom had the septic tank redone a few years ago. Yeah, so those are my only real concerns because, like, doing major plumbing requires a lot of skill that I don't really have. I can do it. I've done it. I've replaced a lot of stuff, water heaters, pipes, lines, things like that. And I've done electrical work, but I'd really like to not have to gut the thing down to the studs. I'm hoping that, like you said, I'm hoping it just needs the floors redone, the walls redone, new fixtures, new showers, things like that. All that stuff is easily doable for a single person. It's the rest of it. Some of them are really chill. Some are cunts, probably like most other people. Pretty much. Wait, are you going to own or rent? It's Drunk's house. It's Mouse's house. I'm going to be building it up, repairing it and all that stuff and renting it. I think she paid a bunch of money. That would be good. You're saving for an SP5. SP5s are cool if you need to have the HK name. Otherwise, get a Mac 5. MAC 5. Military Armament Corporation 5. Mouse will tell you, if you buy one, you could get a good deal. The floors for sure need to be redone. It's called squatting technically, Michael. Oh yeah, once I'm in there for more than 30 days, I'm just changing the lock. Okay, that's another. Okay, that is a nipple. Is that a nipple? Hold on, I'm gonna pull on it. You tell me if it hurts, buddy. Wait, why is a nipple that far up under your stomach? Oh, that's a nipple. Okay, good for you. I want a Mac 5K. Lol. Texas has some wild real estate law. Yeah, so basically it's going to be a special. Should definitely change the locks. Oh yeah, the locks. I'll bring locks with me. I'm going to probably go all digital with Ring cameras and all that shit. Probably get a smart lock for just using my Galaxy Watch when I start wearing that eventually again. Who wants to see me punch my dog as hard as I can? Ready, YouTube? Ready, guys? Here it goes. Iraqi.
Ora. Ara. Oni-chan.
Definitely change it. Yeah, we'll definitely do that. So where are we at? 9 o'clock? We got another hour in us, right, buddy? You good? You good for an hour? High five. I got some smart locks. It's nice here so far. Yeah, I will probably make sure that at least one door has a traditional lock, but that lock will have an additional deadbolt and shit, so just in case. This isn't a real dog. It's just the dog paw. I cut his leg off. You ever seen a dog this chill? He's just letting me mess with his arm. Good boy. I need the HK name personally. I've never felt right with buying a clone personally. I'm not knocking buying a clone though. No, I get it. It's just HK hates you. So make sure you buy one used. Everyone, make sure to hit the like button. Brib, all right. Message Stone. Tell him to get his ass in here. God's always there for him. I'm not. Smart locks I got have a key for backup. That's the smartest thing to do. I farted. So anyways, I was sitting there talking to my girlfriends, and I was like, here's what we're going to do. He needs his nails trimmed. How's your day going, man? Pretty good. So I scheduled a couple of jobs for this weekend. Just doing some plugs in a Pathfinder. A few other jobs, so. Radioactive. He's not radioactive. He's a dog. Look, he's a dog. He's not radioactive. You're radioactive. I would only be considered radioactive if I was radioactive. Why haven't you guys hit the like button? Don't you guys like me? There's 75 of you, 25 of you. I can't read numbers. I'm just going to stare at you now. Not trying to jump the gun, but do you think there's a chance you'll apply for your FFL at the new place in Texas? Yes. Once I get settled in, I will apply for a home FFL in Texas. That way I can buy guns, sell guns, acquire my giveaway guns without overpaying for them. Hello. Go try out for Kill Tony. I don't really care for some of the people on Kill Tony. I don't know if they would like me there. My randomness would probably work a little bit, but they've already had plenty of disabled people, so they don't need a dude with no feet and degenerative nerve disorders. If you do the home FFL, that will be amazing. I think so. I think my pool needs more chlorine. Lay down. Relax. Lay down. Lay down. Put your head down. Dude, I've never had a dog stare me in the eye as much as this motherfucker does. Who's a good boy? Are you my good boy? Yeah? You my good boy? I didn't even know dogs stared you in the eye that much. I always thought you weren't supposed to make like full eye contact with an animal, but apparently he likes doing it with me. He's like, bitch, you're my bitch, bitch. He keeps saying bitch. I don't know why my dog cusses so much. He's like, bitch, you're my bitch, bitch. Am I your bitch, bitch? Am I your bitch, bitch? Yes, sir. I hand fed you today. I hand fed you your breakfast. I spoon fed him breakfast today because he didn't like it. If I spoon feed him, he'll eat it. If I don't, he won't. Oh, I've always stared down the dogs. Are you not supposed to? If they're a dog that's unfamiliar with you, you're really not supposed to stare them down. If it's a dog that is yours, like to show dominance and stuff, you can. But you're not supposed to be doing that because it can instill a fear response in them. Although they say a lot of things you're not supposed to do with dogs that I do anyways. Like I let my dog graze. His food stays out and he eats it throughout the day, and he barely eats any of the food I leave out. He eats the meals that I prepare for him. Like today he had some chicken and some dog food, and he's nibbled at his dry food to give him his kibbles and proteins and shit that he needs. And yes, I gave him a piece of cheese and a little bit of milk. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, so your dogs, the dogs that you own, it's not a bad thing because it does show dominance that you're their master versus cowing down to them. Staring means he loves you and will definitely give his life for you. Just means you're treating him very well. I love dogs more than people. Yes, that is the general consensus for an animal. When an animal willingly just sits, like when I'm petting him and he stares at me, that means that he appreciates what I'm doing. He understands that I'm his person and that he is showing affection and trust. So, I don't know if their stupid message went through on Cash App, but I hate saying this shit here, but I don't care about the color. Just another XL, please. I got you, bro. So because nobody has asked for a gray, we're gonna do OD green and black. So, but thank you, McManus. I appreciate that. I'll definitely put that down. So those are getting made and shipped out before the end of the month. Stone bought 2 more, so just saying. It's how he won the guitar. We're going to do a round robin. Like, we're going to roll 10 times, and we're going to take those 10 names, and we're going to roll again. Then we're going to take those 5 names, and we're going to roll again until we get down to 3, and then we're going to do a loser bracket. No, just kidding. Yeah, I don't care. Whatever you have extras of. No problem, dude. I think people are sleeping on revolvers right now and some deals to be had. I didn't know it was an entry per sweater. Yes, because following YouTube rules, YouTube algorithm, this is not a paid raffle. This is a giveaway. By buying a hoodie, I am simply giving a free entry for this 2011. It does not require purchase. You just don't get the entry if you don't purchase. So you don't have to pay more. You can't just buy an entry. You asked for a gray. Well, shit, I guess I'm making a couple. I can order as many of any color as I want. I have yours written down. That's probably why I didn't remember it. I apologize, AG. I have the list. Everything is written down. Stone said if he wins, you can send it to my FFL. Lol. Well, shit, then I also need 2 more then. Not about to let Stone win. Lol. I don't care how you guys do it. If you guys want to play along and buy every entry, buy every hoodie, and get all the entries, that's fine by me. I don't care. But yes, I would like to see a lot of different people get the hoodies, but honestly, not a lot of people are. Goose! Va! That's not honk. You're supposed to say honk. La 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Actually, Goose dropped into one of my video game lives. It was pretty cool. That's okay. I guess a goose being hit from behind by a semi would say, Rocky's breathing a little heavy. He's getting a little warm. Welcome back. Welcome back. Also, my nipples are way up here, so shut up. I'm not fat. Don't hit me with the semi. Thank you for the donation. Thank you, Goose. You are king. I will not hit you with the semi, sir. Although there have been a lot of the what are the ones that you can't hit? The ugly gray ones. Mallards. I think they're geese. Anyway, people. Ah, yes, the gray people. Actually, if you hit a gray person, they usually won't say anything because they're probably dead and fell off the back of a mortician's truck. I'm getting fat eating so much junk food out here. It's just your anxiety, brother. Done. All XL. Please sign at least one green one. I'll match my signed shirt. I have that written down. Absolutely, dude. You've been selling blickies. Your wallet looks sparse. No sparse. Sandhill cranes. No, it's the things that are, fuck. Gooses, you can't shoot dids. I think it's just the Canadian geese, isn't it? The ones, the big, ugly, grayish ones. Minnesota goose. Aw, don't protect. Canada geese. Canada geese. Canada geese. Zero chance I swerved to avoid a bird. Bird, 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 a bird, bird, a bird. Hey, Bert. Bert, what's going on, Bert? Why are you laying on the ground, Bert? Goose but a hoodie is doing a hoodie special run. Lol. Drinking's fine, man. Drink more, see what happens. Look, I bought him a Lamborghini. I made poor financial decisions. Sorry to hear that, Trisket. What'd you buy? I'm eating things I'm allergic to. Ass is not one of them. Old Rocky's licking his own butthole. You bought a SIG 938 Black Label at the local bass shop. That's actually kind of cool. What'd you pay? Oh, they're mapped. Fuck you, I get a Lamborghini before you do. Fine, we'll share it. So, is your girlfriend with you right now, McManus? Oh, no. Canada makes better maple bacon bars. The 938 is actually a widely accepted gun nowadays. It's a collector. It's no longer hipster and it's not mean. So it's right in the, if you actually like guns, you need to have one. Oh, well, if your girlfriend was next to you, McManus, I was going to make you pick a Lamborghini or the girlfriend. Oh, yeah, don't you know, they got the Timmy Hortons up there. You can use a Goosey and pay for a Timmy Hort. She'll be here later, but she's not now. All right, replay this part of the video so it's at 80 minutes. McManus's girlfriend. I want you to know that I'm testing your boyfriend's love. McManus, would you rather have a Lamborghini or your girlfriend? She got a thing for my Subaru. She thinks my Subi sexy. It really turns her on. That fucking turbo laggy's finally coming on. Most recent purchase, though, I've slowed down, honestly. Sometimes you have to, Triscuits. Jordan, her name is Jordan. She's in trouble if it's a Ferrari, but not a Lamborghini. You ever like grab her legs, split them, and say, I'm crossing the river, Jordan? Sorry. Solid cover song. Thank you. I just thought of it. Ooh. Yeah, when I do my video game playing, I usually just riff shit. It's fun. I like to scare people. Yeah, that was not appreciated. She probably closed the borders. Oh, you're such a good boy. You getting warm? You feel good? Wait, that sounded dirty. You felt a little bit chilly earlier. Neither was the greasy titty spots right in the front air scoop. You know, if she leaves the spots, she should have to clean the car. That's just the rule. Like, if you leave a stain on the back of her dress, you're required to pay for the dry cleaning. I think if she leaves titty stains all over your hood, she needs to clean the car. James, what's up? Besides the 938, are those SIG full-size 1911s halfway decent? So, the 1911 full-sizes from SIG are decent guns. They do have external extractors, so some people say, it's not a real 1911. But their guns are actually really solid shooters, pretty reliable. Their finish... Don't you dare throw up on me. They're really, dude, just right over my lap. Just start yerfing. If you puke on me, I'm puking back. Sides and I did it. That's what I said. Well, looks like we're the same person. Tell your girl I'm on deck when she dumps you. with some sort of body lotion. Left perfect titty marks, man. It's also fun when you fuck on a dusty car and you leave butt prints in the dealership. One of our salesmen did that at my used car dealership. Came in the next day and they'd fucked on the hood of a truck. Hairball. This one sounded like cheese. If he pukes, I swear to God, I'm peeing on him. Who's my good boy, though? See, he turned around. He's like, hey, man, what's up? Look how happy this boy is. How can you come to my page, see this motherfucker this happy, and not leave a like? Wow. That's a betrayal. He just looked at me like, dude, you need deodorant. Gotta go. We'll be back later. How long do you think you're going to go tonight? We're only going till 10. I need to get some sleep. I have somebody coming at 9 o'clock in the morning to drop off their car. So. You're made out of solid dog. He's such a good boy. Rocky looks so happy. Yeah, he knows he's got the life, man. I spoon-fed him his breakfast because it wasn't stew. It was a mash, and he doesn't like to eat mash. Shake. Yeah, there you go. I know you just tried to puke something up, but here, have a bone. Milk bone. Milk bone. Milk, 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 milk bone. Only till about 10 o'clock, Mouse. Sorry. Here you go. Have another one. And you can have that one too. I got to reset my internet. Okay, sorry. He needs treats. He gets treats, man. Typically, when I leave a grocery store, I buy about $7 or $8 worth of shit for me. Like, I'll buy some Gatorade. And I buy like $30 in dog fucking treats. KK, we'll be right. All right, dude. Hope it goes easy. Takes a minute only. Good boy. Eat that snack. Eat that snack. Pretend it's your Rhodesian Ridgeback girlfriend, man. Eat it. Eat it, bro. He likes Rhodesian Ridgebacks. I wish he still had balls. I think a German Shepherd, American Staffordshire, Rhodesian Ridgeback combo would be awesome. Have a good weekend. I need to get some sleep. You too, dude. Wish me luck on getting rid of the C10 and doing these jobs for customers. Yes, James, I am moving. Holy shit. Stay focused, bro. There. You have a C10? Yeah, 68, dude. Sitting in my shop right now. You guys want to go see it? It's a project. Cover up the stump. You coming with, buddy? Coming with, Rocky? Oh, my hip just cracked. My hip just brings all the girls to the yard, and they're like, what the fuck, dude? Oh. You selling it? Yes. When GMC was good, yes. Hang on a second. So, Le Jeep. What's better than yours? Yeah. See, this is why the shop is so nice. Look how bright it is in here. But yeah. So it's a 383. It's got Holley intake, Edelbrock carb, Moroso covers. It's got valves in it, headers. Step side, meh, but pretty. It's a flare side. And it is a short box flare side, which is actually extremely rare for a 60s. So short box flare side. Those old style wheels are actually expensive, but the problem is my buddy did not cover the bed back here. This is all just surface rust, but it all needs to be taken down, redone. So that'll be good. I got somebody coming Sunday to probably buy it. Yeah, so the floors aren't bad, a little bit of rot there, but those floor pans are easy to get. But like somebody already did the rockers, but the floor underneath there needs a little bit of attention. But the whole rear bulkhead is good. You know, the drip rails aren't bad. That's the weather stripping in there. But things like, you see how clean the cowl is. The cowl isn't rotted away. The frame that wasn't sitting exposed to air is fine. Yeah. Not bad for an East Coast car. Yeah, you're not wrong, dude. Also, it fired off on the key without, it doesn't have a working choke because, you know, needs some finishing. But it fired off on 1.5 year old gas. All I did was add some stable and some premium to it. Needs tires. It's got manual steering, manual brakes. They converted from an automatic to a Hurst slap shifter. So just kind of funny. But yeah, I've had 2 people show up that said they were going to come look at it. One guy was an old retired guy who had just built a 67, and he decided it was too much work for him, even though he paid $3,000 more for one that didn't even run. Hold on, let's see if it'll fire off on the key. Probably won't. It's been sitting for 2 days, so carb's probably dry. You know, it's 10 o'clock at night. I'm not going to do it. Just trust me, it runs. And then obviously I have a Jeep. And a big ass wall. You're an ass wall. Thank you. But yeah, that's the Jeep. Come on, buddy. Jeep is also meh. Jeeps are awesome, dude. Shut up. Dude, that thing went through our 2.5 foot snowstorm like it was nothing. It's just a car too, by the way. It's not, the Jeep is nothing to me. The Jeep was just a good compromise of different vehicles. So now you have to do an extreme close-up with Rocky. Yeah, so that's the C10. What year Jeep? 2019. Stone, what's up? Rocky's doing pretty good. Your Subaru does not appreciate the snow. You put a good set of tires on it, and you can probably muscle through pretty good, though. You had to run your F-150. Yeah, that happens. You got to run some compromised tires. My hip is so low that my pants always roll down when I sit. Also, OnlyFans. Dude, that eye is so tired right now. It is fucking... I don't know where my eye is pointing right now. Problem is mostly the power. Yeah, you can compensate for that. Just start in higher gears and don't shift. Too much torque. It's not only that you have too much torque, it's the way torque comes on in a turbo car. A Toyota, like my Hemi makes, I don't know exactly what your tune is, but if you're talking stock to stock, the torque in my Hemi is more than the torque in your Subaru. But a turbo engine just smashes the torque in. Probably fuck with the manual diffs and make it work. Yeah. My Toyota minivan eats bad roads. They do. Yeah, so you could tune out some of the torque. Like you could put like turbo boost controllers and set up tunes for like winter and shit, but you're in an environment where you almost never run into that. Oh yeah, as soon as it goes, it's going, and it only goes at higher RPM. Yeah. A funny thing that we used to do with like Evos and Subarus, like we would have the slowest pulls on the freeway. We would slow down to 55 miles an hour on the freeway, put them in sixth gear, and just floor it and see which one could actually spool. My buddy had like a, what was it, like an 82 millimeter turbo on his Evo. So it basically was like, blah, 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 wah, blah, blah, blah. That's what turbos sound like, by the way. Did you have fun walking out there, Rocky? Some days you look like an alien. Would you put your ears up? Can you put your ears up? Can you go, ooh? Can you go, ooh? Put your ear up. Ears up. Boing. I like him with his ears up more because he looks like a German Shepherd, but he always knocks him back like a Malinois. Stone, 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 stone. Oh, Stone. We were talking about that. I want the Q5 back. At 55, I'm like 3,800 RPM, so it'll get it and go quickly from fifth. At 6 and 55, it's at probably 31, and it'll go, but it's laggy. Yeah, man. That's kind of why I like smaller twin turbos, like V6 models, because like the Taurus SHO, the engine, the 3.5 they started with makes 290 horsepower until they turbo it. Then it makes, what was it, 4.25. So you have enough torque to drive it until the turbos spool up. But some of them with their big turbos, man. You could always do sequential turbos like Nissan did with the GTR. You have a small turbo feeding a big turbo so it spools quicker. You could also get anti-lag. Modify your Subaru and add some anti-lag to it. That'll be fun. That way when you downshift it just kicks it all the way up through the gears. I make fun of people for having certain cars, but the truth is I've had every brand. I've had Porsches. I haven't had a Ferrari or a Lambo. I'll say that. But I've had Porsches. I've had Mercedes. I've had, I had a Maserati. I had a Nissan GTR for like 3 weeks before we sold it back before the ban came in 2002. When Motorex fucked everybody up. Our dealership had 2 GTR 34s that we got off eBay and resold in Minnesota. But I have had tons of fun with Toyota stuff, Celicas. I've had tons of fun with like 300ZXs, things like that. And I respect the shit out of like Evos and Subis. So I can, and there's this little electric controller that BMW is using to have their turbo always spooled, so that I thought about it being big meth injection. It can get like 475 to 500 horsepower. Yeah, so BMW has anti-lag from the factory. That's what I was talking about, anti-lag. I'm just concerned the tranny won't take it, and 500 in that car is a little much for me. As a daily streeter kind of car, yeah, it might be a little bit much for it. I mean, the stock internals on the transmissions are rated for it. This 2011 Subaru Forester has been the most reliable car I've ever had, but the heart yearns for a Camaro or a Mustang. I am totally approving you to buy a Camaro or a Mustang, but you cannot buy a V6. If you buy a V6, don't bother. I've driven them all, but didn't enjoy them just because of the price. Yeah, I had an 812 a few years ago, kind of scared me. So my boss, when I was at Jerry's, he has everything. He's got like 4 Panteras fully restored, one that he's working on, like 3 Ferraris, 4 Lambos, shit like that. You know what he drives most of the time? A Harley Davidson supercharged F-150. Yeah, but it's iffy. I'll have to redo the whole motor, and that means balancing it, and it's like $15K to do all of it. You know what, dude? If you're having fun with it now, just keep it that way, unless you're going to make it a toy. No objection there. I need a V8 now. So that's my biggest thing. Like, I'm a fucking idiot a lot of times. But when it comes to my cars, when I'm buying a car, I want the best engine, which for Chrysler is the Hemi. You cannot say it's not the best engine they make. When they used to share a 4-cylinder with Mitsubishi, yes, fine. But they never put that into a fucking Jeep, so that doesn't count. The 4-liter straight 6 was great, but not modern enough. But so when I went to buy, so I had the Ram Hemi and I had a 2015 Charger RT. When I went to replace those 2 cars, I went and looked at a 2023 Durango in Destroyer Gray, which is funny because when I bought my red Ram, I almost bought one, but it had the 3.6 liter V6. This Jeep had the Hemi, and then I was looking at a couple other Chrysler products like a Charger or a 300. Hell no, I will never buy a V6. Yeah, they do. If you know how to take care of an engine too, if you know how to change your fucking oil and keep your fluids right. So a lot of people say, oh, they have the Hemi tick because they have valve failures. They experience that because the oil pump gets sludgy. Same way that the V6 Chevys do, which is why I don't recommend the 3.6 Chevy or whatever size it is. I don't even know. I fucking would never own one. But yeah, I do not buy base model shit. My Ram was a crew cab. My Charger was an RT. My 300 was a Hemi. My Ram was a Laramie. My other Ram was an Outdoorsman, fully loaded nav, all that shit. I do not buy base model shit, ever. That's all fair. The STI was chosen because I wanted a manual with the most power and fun at the lowest price. It fit the bill. 100%, dude. And I agree with everything that you said about it. You can easily take one step too far with an Evo or an STI and turn it from a daily into a track toy, and then you ruin it for yourself. I've known a lot of people that have done that. I had a buddy that did that. His Lancer Evo 8 that he wound up selling, or was it a 9? No, he had a 9. He wanted to bring it in. It only had 26,000 miles on it when we bought it from him. We only gave him 15 grand. Fuck, those were the days, right? Back in 2012. We gave him 15 grand for it. I almost bought it. I took it for a drive, but dude, everything was leaking on that shit. I did dust a Carrera jumping onto the freeway though. That was fun. Even a Bugatti, I did valet in Vegas. I would love to drive a Bugatti. I'd more like to drive an EB110 because that was manual transmission, twin turbo, 12-cylinder. It was fast. My brother has an old 90s Ford truck with a diesel going on 425K. Had it forever, runs like a champ. So yes, the 7.3 Power Stroke, honestly, it's so outdated compared to modern Power Strokes, but it's a better engine in general. The 12-valve Cummins, before they went to the digital fuel injection, and the 24-valve head in 97, if you had an older one, that was the way to go. I want an Evo 8 MR, but that car is sketchy with power. Yes. And you can find them anymore. That's totally clapped out. Discontinuing the Evo was a mistake for Mitsubishi. Well, you remember there was like 5 years where they pulled out of the U.S. market. That was right after they killed the Evo. The problem they had is they couldn't keep up with Subaru. Subaru was building a better quality car at a lower price than they were able to sell the Evos for. And the Evos, everybody only wanted a fucking MR, and they couldn't produce enough to make it worth it. You want a Kawasaki H2. I'm guessing that's a motorcycle. Kawasaki H2. Premier supercharged hypersport motorcycle known for extreme performance with the track only. Ooh, you want the H2R, dude. 326 horsepower on a bike? Holy shit. 210 horsepower is insane. I had a 92 911 and sold it after like 3 months because the thing was also sketchy. I tried to kill me several times. The ass end of those Porsches. Yes. If I were to get one, I would get like a 99 Carrera 4S, non-turbo, but all-wheel drive. Yeah, 326. Even 210 horsepower is insane on a bike, dude. 210 horsepower on a motorcycle is a 200-mile-an-hour bike. You might as well just sign your organ donor card right as you're buying the motorcycle. So let's see. Featuring a 1000. No, the 2025 is legal for the road. It's the H2R that makes 326 that is track only. Yeah, because you can order it right off of Kawasaki's website. I'm looking at it right now. So they actually, fuck hell, dude. So the Ninja H2 is now rated at 240 horsepower. With ABS, carbon ABS motorcycles brings the mind-bending power of Kawasaki's supercharged hypersports race to the street, boasting a 240 horsepower four-cylinder engine. Jesus Christ, dude. Street legal hypersport performance. Yep, so it's street legal. You can do the carbon, and then you can do the H2R. Yeah. Ahem. Smells like talking about you, McManus. Hey, Stone, we got to talk about that Q5. I know you never shoot it. You should sell that back to me. Dude, that bike is so sick. I mean, I'm not a bike guy, and I think that's cool. I'm not a sport bike guy though. I mean, it's so big though; it almost looks like a cruiser sport bike, but hyper sport bike. It's hyper sport, but it almost looks too big to be a sport bike. I just wouldn't want to sit like that. My repo dude used to have a supercharged nitrous injected fucking V rod back in the day. What gets blocked? The last bike I rode, so I rode a Ninja. It was a 250. It was a girl's bike, and I was learning back when I had feet. But it was in Minnesota where, dude, it was like deer, 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 moose, deer, deer, deer. In 81, I had the fastest production 750 8/4 mile time. Jesus. The last Porsche I had was a 928S manual transmission. The V8 with the rear mounted transmission. That was the last Porsche I had. Damn, Harley should never have discontinued the V-Rod. It outlived its usefulness. It kind of transitioned out of being cool. I like the Night Rod though, the one that had no chrome on it. I like the all blacked out V-Rod. Yeah, so my repo guy looked like Brock Lesnar wore Zuba pants, a fanny pack, and a muscle t-shirt. And he was working like a week after he had heart surgery, open heart surgery, so he had the huge scar going down his fucking muscle shirt. 10.8 1/4 in the 80s is insane. Harley is a brand that has outlived its usefulness. You know what? I'm not going to disagree with you. It's funny because I had some dude try to trade me a Harley for the C10, and he's talking about all this shit about this Harley. He's like, yeah, it's really cool. It's a 91, blah blah blah. I'm like, it's a Sportster. No offense to you if you ride a Sportster, but a Sportster is not worth 70. A 91 Sportster is not worth $8,000. Sounds like a V-Rod owner. Oh, dude, it was funny. Yeah, he was one of those repo guys where the plate on his truck said "Gotcha." He was one of the first ones in our area that had that remote one that could pick up a car at 90 degrees and pull it out. You ever seen those tow trucks? It's all controlled from inside the cab. It could pick up the car, lift it up straight. So like if you nose to nose two cars, or if you had it paralleled, you could still pick it up high enough to clear it, and then it would just pull it out. You want the Q5 back? We can talk about it. I did show it last time I went to the range. Yeah, so with the move coming up to Texas, to Tejas, yeah, there's a few guns. I want to consolidate the collection a little bit. Me and Mouse are working something out for it, and then I want to get rid of a couple of my guns, and swap them out for guns that I really want. Yes, Chris, I am moving to Tejas. Stone is busy. Yeah, he is. So, yeah, I want to consolidate, get rid of a few guns. Obviously, I have things going on that's going to limit what I can do. But yeah, I want to move on some guns. You rat, I didn't even get to meet you first. You're in Tennessee. I have to drive that way to go to NRA show in April. I'll stop by. You need to consolidate that gap in your sheetrock. No, man, that gap actually creates a pressure relief in this room. So when my ego gets too big, you see the walls just fart a little bit, and the air goes out the gap. Also, I built this room in 6 hours. It's a split room. It looks like a Chinese place. So, and since I'm moving, I don't give a shit. My plan is to just pull all these walls down right before I leave anyways. Now it's not me. Was that a Hayabusa? Ow, my neck just popped. Ow. Ow. But yeah, so the goal is I'm probably going to do a couple of yard sales like over the next couple of weekends, trying to get rid of all the shit that I know people will buy, like display cases and granite and shit that I have laying around. I'm going to get rid of a lot of the stuff that's superfluous, and then I'm going to put some stuff in storage. I'm going to minimalize my life for the next couple of months. Is the Match X for sale? I'd really like to say yes. But I can't. I put too much work into that, dude. It's like your orange, man. I do the new CMX, though. I need to do some range time with it, but I do that new one. Trading is one thing. And technically all those guns are still in my name anyway. No, it's fine, Chris. YouTube gives so little shit about me now, they won't do shit. Plus, it's not consolidating a sale. We're just talking about possible guns for trade. But yeah, April 9th or 10th, I'm going to start driving through to go to Texas. So we could always meet up. I have to put them all together, and I have to go over some guns with Mouse first, and then after that we can talk about which guns that we're going to get rid of first. You're about 4 years late for the toilet paper, bro. About 4 years late for the toilet paper. About 4 years late for the toilet paper. Hey, Rocky, you want to come say goodbye? You live in Virginia? If so, are worried about the new gun laws? Yes, that's why I'm leaving the state. I have no desire to move to Vegas. I'm going to Texas, which is halfway across the country. I'm going to rebuild Drunk Mouse's house, make some videos out of it, and then become a bajillionaire in Texas. Damn, that's actually going to pass. It passed House and Senate with no problem, and it's just sitting on the governor's desk. And since the governor is part of the same party that passed the fucking bills, yeah, it's going to pass. Can you stream a little longer tonight? I guess I'm not in a hurry. I guess so. What's up? You're the best. I know I am, but like I said, I can't go too long because I have to get up early tomorrow and meet somebody for some work. Oh Christ, what is banning? It's basically in Illinois. So basically all assault weapons are banned. You're not going to be able to buy them after June 30th or June 1st or some shit like that. We're going to have a 10-round mag capacity for rifles, 15-round for pistols. Yeah, so basically Illinois. Raymond, you have a good one, dude. Sounds good. Stream as long as you want then. Yeah, I'm sorry, Mouse. Unfortunately, I need to get some sleep tonight, but I'll go a little while. I'm in a good mood. What's about all the stuff that's already there? Is it grandfathered? Yes, everything that is currently here is grandfathered. And it's already been announced on the news that gun sales have surged in the state of Virginia because of this shit, which I knew was going to happen. Congratulations. Thank you very much, Virginia. You just made a lot of gun stores a lot of money for the short time that they can enjoy shit. Mrs. Mouse says it sounds like California. It's very much like California, except you can still have NFA items. They haven't removed those yet. Things like that. Yeah, I live in Virginia too. I'm planning on moving to West Virginia. It sucks. I hate the new laws. Yeah, West Virginia is the appealing alternative. It's close enough to Virginia. Just make sure you don't wind up in meth head, West Virginia. Don't go to Martinsburg. Don't go to fucking Charlestown. That's fucking meth town. Don't go to those cities. I stopped obeying gun laws decades ago. Uh-huh. For the purposes of the internet, he follows all laws to the letter. He does not violate the law. Don't bother. Please don't Ruby Ridge, my friend. Although he's bald and drives a Subaru, so he's hard to miss. Are you laying down next to your water bowl? Oh yes, this is satire. 100%. He's never once violated the law, sir. Me neither. I have never once not done something I wasn't supposed to. I'm giving the Mr. B smile. Why do you have one of my receipts? Did you pick up a receipt just to eat it? No ATF, I don't have an illegal SBR in my safe. No ATF, I don't have a bazooka in my pants. That's it for me tonight, Joe. I'll catch you on the next one. Glad to see you in a good mood. Thank you, Joey. You have a good night too, man. Just life is hopefully moving in the right direction because I'm forcing it. Right now, my life is like in one of those cattle pens and I'm shoving it forward into the right direction. Also, my shit's getting laggy, so I might lose you. No, officer, I thought the third hole was a porn reference. My VA lower right now, I could probably make a mint selling it because my Palmetto State, Virginia in 2019 was trying to pass the same bills. And so PSA came out with their Virginia lower. It says Sic Semper Tyrannis in the 3 positions. And I put in a binary in it. So mine actually clicks through all the positions. Safe, I'm not listening, and come fucking take it. Isn't that right, Rocky? We appreciate you. No, James, we appreciate you. Crazy random encounter I had today. Went to a used tire shop for a front passenger tire, and an F-250 was there for a rear driver tire because of fire JHP that caused the flat. Whoops. That's called a negligent discharge. Unless it came out of a Sig Sauer P320 base model, in which case that was a poor person's negligent discharge. We got some winds going on. We have a Wyra coming in. Would you stop? Jesus, Christmas eye. All right, I need to get some sleep. It's getting hard for me to read. I apologize. You know I can't go much more than 2 hours now. Here's the thing, though. When I'm in Texas and I have nobody around me, we're going to be live streaming a lot more. Both Twitch and live. What was the deal with that lower? So PSA made them in solidarity because they're out of North Carolina or South Carolina. I can't remember where they're from. But they created the lowers in solidarity for the people of Virginia. They sold them for $35 and they only made like 500 of them. So it says Sic Semper Tyrannis on it. It's a VA lower. It's called VA 15, things like that. You'll see it when I come to visit. You can set up live stream cameras in the house. If I set cameras up, multiple cameras, I'm going OnlyFans, and your house is going to become a trap house. Okay, bye. Chris, you have a good one, man. McManus is old and stinks. I'm older, but I don't stink. But yeah, so Rocky, you want to come say goodbye? Come here. Come here, buddy. Hold on. Rocky, say goodbye. That's a face of somebody who doesn't give a shit. Adidas. I love Adidas. Say goodnight.